U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at US Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with US Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with US Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic
that
control
would be
towers.
sitting here, and you'd be like, you know what?
We're the ones
Aaron
who
Rodgers
go
and Matthew
before all
Stafford
others.
both won one Super Bowl.
No, I wouldn't think that. I think Aaron Rodgers, you would think he'd
U.S.
had
Air
more.
Force Special Warfare are proud
That's the
supporters.
NFL. It is awesome.
It's how hard it is to win, right? That's how hard it is to win. By the way, 2 of the 3 guys we're considering the best quarterbacks in the league right now haven't won any. Haven't been to, well, no, Joe Burrow's been to one. Josh Allen had, right? If the Jets don't get Rodgers, the Rams are shopping Stafford. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with you on the concern, and that's why I want the Rams to get rid of him. And then I don't know what the hell the Rams do at that point. I mean,
And Baker Mayfield.
They have Baker Mayfield, and they can get Marcus Mediocre and just be just scrap heap you, right? But would that make sense? It's a lot of money in that contract. They'd have to rework it.
It's cheaper than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, yeah, but it's not.
And they're sitting there waiting for that contract to come to them.
Yeah, but they think they're getting a lot more out of that, right? This is going to be interesting the way this thing plays out, man. You know, it used to be quarterbacks didn't change, and now you're watching 5 to 8 of them change a year. I mean, literally, you're watching 5 to 8 quarterbacks change every single year, right? Jets are going to have a new quarterback most likely. The Ravens might. The Texans will. The Colts will. The Titans might. The Raiders do. The Rams might. The Niners, I mean, who the hell knows?
And yet,
Falcons do.
You don't want to pay for a good one because you're like, oh my gosh.
I know.
And then what are we going to do with our roster? I'd rather sit there and not have a quarterback.
That's right. The Panthers have a new quarterback. Who's the Saints quarterback right now?
Derek Carr.
Oh, so they do. Tampa Bay will. Packers might. Commanders do. Did I just name like 10 teams?
There's a man out there that if you called him and say, hey, would you do $200 million guaranteed plus whatever else comes with the contract, would you take it?
Is that Lamar?
Lamar Jackson. Sitting right there waiting for your phone call. But you'd rather mess around and have Sam Howell on your roster go to, I don't know, Derek Carr, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Whatever Indy's doing. Well, they're going rookies, right? So you figure, I mean, who's going to play a rookie next year? Indy will.
Carolina.
Houston will, right?
Case Keenum went to the Houston Texans. Just to let you know.
Back up whoever they
I
select.
mean, come on. Case Keenum headed down to Texas.
How many years has Case Keenum got? He's got to be 55 by now, doesn't he?
I appreciate his time.
No, I do too. He was good for the Rams when he was there too. I like Case Keenum.
Me too. Good backup quarterback.
He's not the answer.
So
Who's going to play?
they-
So who's going to play rookies? Carolina will, Houston will, Indy will.
Yes.
They're all going to play rookies next year, right?
Yes.
I mean, Carolina's got no options. PJ Walker.
I mean, you trade up to one.
Well, right.
and
So
then
you're playing a
you
rookie.
get that guy and you play him.
Houston's playing a rookie.
Like, play the rookie. Don't.
Yeah.
The worst thing to do is play a Case Keenum or PJ Walker for 6 games and then throw a guy out there and be like, he just wasn't ready. Just get him the experience his rookie year. Let him play through everything.
I can't agree with you more. Yes.
That's the worst.
Yes. Unless you've got a guy in front of him that's better. Like literally better. Right? I mean, Jordan Love sat there for 4 years now.
A little different.
The guy in front of him was better. But Aaron Rodgers
Well,
sat there
people
for a
used to
couple of
do.
years. Yeah, that's how it used to be. Aaron Rodgers sat
You
there for a
develop
couple
a
of years.
young quarterback behind you. That's
right.
That
not
was
the way of the
2.
world.
That's how it works with the Packers. No one else.
Well, way back it used to work. I mean, it hasn't worked that way for 2 decades. Yeah. You get
Peyton
drafted.
Manning played his entire rookie season.
Yeah.
These guys, you come in, you play. You don't sit.
Pat Mahomes sat for a year. Right? Sat for a year. Literally sat for a year behind Alex Smith. I mean, it depends on the situation, man.
Yes.
If you're going to go into the Houston Texans or the Carolina Panthers right now,
Going to play.
who the hell are you going to sit behind? PJ Walker? Davis Mills? Stop it. Yeah, you're going to play. That's the way to do it. All right, I got Snoop tickets to give away, but first I'm going to tell you about IPS, International Protective Service. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to protect your home. I trust IPS. They are there every day, not just when I'm away. even when I'm there. International Protective Service is highly trained armed guards, 24-hour patrols. It is affordable private security for your home and or your business. Started back in 2006 up at Fort Hills. And all these years later, homeowners, business owners all over the Burque trust IPS to protect what they've worked so hard to build. Look, you see it every day. You hear it every day. Property crime's on the rise. Officers shortage continues to be an issue. Call IPS, see what they can do for you. Have them look out for what you've worked so hard to build. Protect your business, protect your home, protect your family. Highly trained armed guards, 24-hour patrols. When I go away, I let them know if there's garbage cans to be rolled out to the curb and back, it's garbage day, they'll do that. If you got newspapers, mail, packages to pick up, they do that. If your alarm goes off, they respond within 5 to 7 minutes. Call IPS. Protect what's important to you. 505-897-2420, 505-897-2420, or online at ipsglobal.com. All right, let's give away those tickets now. Snoop is coming to the Burque. We got 2 tickets to give away right now. 505-246-0610 is the number. Area
We
code
would like to thank the following sponsors for making this
Caller
broadcast
number
possible.
will win those tickets. Talk to Anne-Marie. She's very nice. She's very pleasant, and she wants to give away these tickets. 505-246-0610, caller 11 now. On the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Jim Rome Show.
Russell Wilson convinced Carolyn Schneider. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Too strong. It's going to be a rebound there by Brown. Brown gets it in. Bucket there by Alter.
Crossover for Jackson. Salas steals the rebound and finds a cutting Mitchell at the rim.
Great move.
It's almost even in the foul territory, and the Cueva looking to take advantage. Said Yates draws the foul, and one opportunity is said, gives the muscles down.
And it's 11-4, 38. Another turnover by Rio Grande. Montoya off the glass, up and in, back-to-back layups for the Demons.
Stalled away again by Valdez. Valdez is going to bring it out.
Valdez has to have around 3 or 4 steals. 3 by Mays.
Bingo! That one rattles in for Alyssa Mays, and the All-District Player of the Year has 12.
Penetrates, no foul called. Rodriguez lines one up and knocks down the 3. First basket of the night.
It out.
Look at this deep 3.
Wow! That was from NBA range.
What a steal. Stephenson 2-on-1, gets up, gets it in.
He doesn't use it, comes back out to Dominguez, who takes the three. Boom! There's that man, Superman.
Turns, shoots off. Oh,
Wow.
he made that.
Wow. That was crazy. That was a crazy shot.
Has everybody on him. Now he got open.
Open look for a three, and that's what he does. A three for Denaclaw. His first bucket of the game. And that's a three, and it'll count at the buzzer.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS.
We'll give away 2 more tomorrow. Promise. Sorry about the timing on that. I know I promised you one thing. Text line 505-246-0610. That is also the 377 Brewery hotline. Ronnie says, Jeff, this is the year the Mountain West Conference will make a Final Four run. I think San Diego State will get it done. It's Ronnie. It's a little ambitious. I like what he's thinking. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to see it happen. San Diego State got a chance. They're your 12, right? You're your favorite. I'm sorry, they're your favorite 5. You like them better than Duke?
I do.
Okay.
Now, matchup-wise,
yeah,
Duke gets past Oral Roberts. Same thing there in Sweet 16.
I really like Duke. I think Duke can beat Purdue too. Now, Duke can go down the first round. They could. I got Duke Marquette in the Elite Eight. Is that stupid?
No.
It might be. It might be. All right, who y'all got? Because we're going today. The bracket challenge goes. You can join JJ and me. We're going to be out at the Sandia Casino Sports Bar. A beautiful, beautiful spot. Watching games 10-1 for us on Thursday and Friday.
Yes.
All right. You want to have lunch out there?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Maybe, whatever you want. But that's a beautiful spot. Looking forward to seeing you out there and I mean, whoever's out there, it's going to be a good time. We'll be, you think by then, by the time we get out there at 10 o'clock on, what day is that? Thursday? Aaron Rodgers going to be a Buccaneer by then? Or a Titan? Or what the hell is he going to be?
Man. No.
Will we know?
No.
We won't know. We're going to sit here and talk about this for days. Huh?
You can talk about something else.
I know. No, I know I can. Thank you.
Like all the other free agent signings that
I'm giving you every damn one that comes down. You got one that I haven't talked about?
No, we could dive more into the bleep them quarterback strategy for the 49ers, which is the juxtaposition of the Jets, just putting all their eggs in the Aaron Rodgers basket versus San Francisco. You know what? We're going to go out there and sign another defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave from the Eagles, and find a way to give this dude boatload of guaranteed money and play with Sam Darnold. Or Trey Lance is your starting quarterback until Brock Purdy gets back.
Trey Lance, Sam Darnold, Brock Purdy. Now, Trey Lance and Sam Darnold, both number 3 overall picks in the draft. This is why I tell you, man, somebody at the top of the draft is not going to be great. Both of them have not been great in their career. Now, Trey Lance still has a lot in front of him. Sam Darnold gets another shot. Put your money. Opening day quarterback, San Francisco. Who is it?
Trey Lance. In the battle of two mediocre quarterbacks, they'll go with the guy that can run a little bit.
Are you over on Trey Lance? Or like you done with him being really good?
We can't answer that question. He played like 3 games.
Yeah. And they got broken.
Ankle broke.
They still think he's their future, don't they? Or maybe it's Brock Purdy. Do they think Brock Purdy's their future?
It's very similar to kind of the Jets and Zach Wilson. Like, you're not just going to drop him right now.
Well,
he's still got that rookie deal, got him for a few years.
See, to me, it's different. The Jets with Zach Wilson, they got a big enough sample size that they know. To your point, they're going to keep him because he's on the rookie deal. But I think they know, he's not our guy. That's why they're going so hard for Rodgers, right? With Trey Lance, I don't think they've seen enough to know, right? He didn't play the first year, and then the second year he played a few games and got broke. And so I think it's different. Contract-wise, I think it's the same. But I think it's totally different mindset where, one, the Jets are like, oh, we're stuck with this guy. We invested so much. It's bad optics to give up on him, but he's not the dude, and nobody likes him. Where the other guy, we gave up a lot to get him, and we still don't know. We got to find out.
And the whole give up a lot thing, they have so much talent. And somehow
Which they
still
are talking about Niners?
The 49ers.
Yeah.
Everyone, they give up they're the best roster in the NFL.
It's really good.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And they just have found a way to give $40 million guaranteed to a defensive tackle yesterday.
Yeah.
So they're okay.
No.
We worried about how much you sent for this or that. And I think the thing with Trey Lance too is if they just watch what Brock Purdy has done, of course they're still gonna have confidence that they can get something out of Trey Lance.
They got to feel that no matter who the hell they throw in there, they're going to be fine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the bleep them quarterback strategy. They're going all in on everything else except the quarterback.
Bleep them quarterbacks. As we sit here and talk about how you've got to have a quarterback, and they're like, yeah, well, I mean, we got a guy. I mean,
you do. It was evident, when you actually run out of quarterbacks who can throw the football, you can't win an NFL game, as we saw in the NFC Championship game.
Right.
When you're running Brock Purdy out there with no elbow.
And he can't raise his arm.
Really?
Yeah. Christian McCaffrey's trying to throw the football. That was one of the most bizarre. We're not in history. That is going to be one of the most bizarre conference championship games ever, where you had a team on the road, so they were dogs, but literally went out in the NFL without a quarterback. Literally without a quarterback who could throw the football for a whole half of football. They dressed their third string guy as their starter. He got broken. They brought in their fourth string guy. He got concussed. They had to bring their third string guy back in to hand the ball off. He couldn't throw the ball. Well, I mean, never in the history of the NFL have you watched a game where a team couldn't, flat out can't throw the ball. They can't throw the ball. And they're trailing. You can't win. You just can't. All right, when we return, Cowboys got a free agent signing. Big defensive piece. Cowboys get a leading tackler back from last year. Who's that? What's it worth? As free agency continues, we will let you know, Cowboy fan, who you got back for a while on the defensive side on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
You could win a $1,000 gift card to American Home Furniture.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With You're Covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust. and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At U.S. Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at U.S. Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with U.S. Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with U.S. Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers. We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke.
Thursday, Jerry Palm will not be with us tomorrow. CBS Sports bracketologists will be with us on Thursday. 8:30 in the morning. Dallas Cowboys, free agency, have kept their leading tackler from 2022. Who was their leading tackler last year, says you? Donovan Wilson, their safety, 3 years, up to $24 million. He had 108 tackles last year. An interception. He played well for them. One of only 2 Dallas defenders to record a stat in every statistical category on defense last year. Sacks, tackles for losses, fumble recovery, forced fumbles, interceptions, breakups. All right, that's a good piece for Dan Quinn's defense, right? Saving a guy. You know, free agency is so much about who you don't let out of the building as much as who you bring into the building. What do you think?
Yes. And for Dallas, a little frustration shown from their superstar, Parsons, reacting to the Jalen Ramsey move. He's like, what the heck, man?
Jalen Ramsey got
third round pick, got this dude. What about us?
Yeah.
Seen that at times with the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, everybody wants theirs, and I get it. Everybody wants theirs. Is that why? I don't know. What tells you Dallas is getting better? What tells you Dallas is a contender? The Eagles just won the NFC in coming out of their division. The Giants feel like they're getting better. I don't know what the hell Washington's doing, although they're making moves everywhere but quarterback. Right? What makes you think the Cowboys are a contender?
Contender?
And they're just, in the NFC. Yeah.
the fact that Philadelphia
losing a lot,
lost so much.
Yeah.
And that has to affect them a little bit. Even if you like Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni, brand new coordinators, you lost starting defensive tackle. And so I think for Dallas, it's a little bit of, hey, we're staying pat. They probably, internally, of course, they feel that they're still ahead of the Giants, but that's even. And I think it's more of the NFC overall, where you have San Francisco, they're a loaded roster.
And after that, everybody's a
giant question mark.
Everybody.
I still think the Eagles are going to be good with Jalen Hurts because they have weapons offensively to compete. But they still have some big questions outside of losing Hargrove, some of their secondary pieces. So it's more of, I think Dallas, they're not better right now. I think just they watch some teams fall back to their level.
Look out for Seattle. I kind of like what Seattle's doing quietly, holding on to their offensive weapons, adding some defensive pieces. Because to your point, it's wide open. I mean, Minnesota could be there. Lions can make a step.
What's the draft picks too that are going to be key?
Right, let's see what happens.
Seattle, they signed one player so far, a defensive tackle.
And they got a ton of draft picks.
And they were amazing last year in the draft.
They draft well. Look, that's how they built the Legion of Boom, was all mid-round picks. When they were going through that run where they went to the 2 Super Bowls and won a championship, and from their quarterback all the way down, that's how they built. They built through the draft, and they didn't do it at the very top. They built through the middle of the draft, and they got a ton of picks. NCAA tournament starts today. Southeast Missouri versus Texas A&M Corpus Christi, and Pittsburgh and Mississippi State will be out at Sandia Casino Sports Bar. Watch the games on Thursday and Friday morning. Terry, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. What's up?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Start off, since it's been a long time since we had all KU radio. Props to fellow six-seater Howie. His school gets KU in the first round. He seemed very calm when he called in yesterday, so maybe they'll hold up that way.
That would be Kansas versus Howie.
Howard.
Yes.
Yeah, Howard University. So Bruin James was mentioning stuff in the past, and he was right, but just going back in the past, I think it was 1971, Final Four, UCLA and KU, and back then it was always East, Mid-East, Midwest, West, but it was Thursday, Saturday, and they would only show one game on TV, and it was the first game here. So I had to try to listen to the UCLA-KU game on a transistor radio, and UCLA did win. And obviously the crazy year was 78, even though this town was more upset with Cal State Fullerton taking down the Bows, was, again, the Bruins beat KU for a right to come to Albuquerque. So from that level, and again, Arkansas came out of the bracket in 78 with Alan Zahn, a Manzano player. So from that end, I have Gonzaga and UConn in my Elite Eight. I don't think KU, with the depth, lack thereof, they've had a good year, enjoy it, but they lost 5 of their top 7 guys last year, and to do as well as they did, proud of them. But if they move on, so be it. But they showed against Texas, and I think the committee kind of Saturday night decided they were shipping them out then, even before then Houston kind of went down to Memphis. So I kind of had Gonzaga, Texas, Alabama, even though I will root against them for the whole tournament. Yep. And then I had Duke for 2 ways. Sometimes subliminally, I think if I pick them, they'll lose, so it won't break my heart if Duke loses. But I'm kind of thinking the Big Ten's not getting a lot of love. You never know. Will they sneak up on the committee or on the tourney and put a couple teams in there and make big runs? But I don't know. But it's wide open. It's fun. It's why, last year Celtics won the first game of the finals, but in the NBA it's the series. But when it's one and done, who knows who gets hot? Utah State, I think, can win a couple games with their threes. Iowa with their threes. And in the same token, they could clank up a ton of shots. So it's always fun. So you guys have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.
He talked about the Big Ten, and I was telling you, I like a lot of the mid-seed Big Ten teams. I mean, I like Illinois to win. They could beat Kansas. I like Penn State to make a little run. I think where Penn State's coming from, I kind of like them. Iowa. Iowa can score, and if you're going to beat Houston, you're probably going to have to score. I think they get through Auburn. I don't know. What do you think of the Big Ten teams?
I like Illinois, the position that they're in. For Iowa, Auburn, I'm leaning towards Auburn in that game, but it's an 8-9 game, so flip a coin. You're probably going to be your best bet. And I think it's probably a disappointing tournament for the Big Ten.
Okay. Who's the top of the Big Ten? So it's Purdue, right? I mean, look.
And then Indiana.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in Indiana. I did early. I don't now. You do? You like them, huh?
I like Indiana too.
Okay. Purdue's
8 Big Ten teams, though.
Yeah, and there's a lot to like. I mean, there's a lot to like. Look, I like Illinois in the first round against Arkansas. I usually love Eric Musselman's team this time of year. I don't this time.
I like Northwestern too.
Do you?
Yes. I don't know.
JJ thinks they get beat by Boise, right?
Yep. It's 1.5 point spread.
Yeah. No, it's a tight one. They're very, very similar teams. All right. How does
San
Mountain
Diego
West?
State also 1.5 that game too.
Does Mountain West win a game 1.5 over under, including tonight? Or I'm sorry, including the Nevada game in the first 4. 1.5 over under Mountain West teams. 4 teams. The 2 of them win.
Yes.
You mean
how many?
2 of the 4?
How many games?
How many
over under?
1.
So you're under 1.5.
I'm only on San Diego State.
Okay. I think I'm over. I think the Aztecs win. I think Nevada wins. And boy, you're starting to convince me on Boise State. I was originally on Utah State. I'm not anymore. Although, dude, Utah State might be the best out of all of them right now. Now the Aztecs are better than Utah State.
Defensively, I believe in San Diego State the most, and I just believe in overall team in program.
So do you know that they've not won a tournament game since Steve Fisher retired?
Yeah, the Mountain West is 0-8 in the last couple of years.
Well, San Diego State has been to the Sweet 16, but they've not won a tournament
Years
game
ago.
since Steve Fisher retired.
Yeah, because you had a team that was
32.
like a 2 seed.
Yep.
And that team might be leaving the
COVID.
Mountain West.
What?
Are they leaving Mountain West?
Well, yeah, but
What do you mean, what?
I'm not sure the point.
Oh, I'm saying I think they've been the best team in the Mountain West, and they're the one with the chance out of all these teams to do something in this tournament, and have been in the last couple of years.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I think that's right.
But that's a crazy when you think about the consistency, and they've had good teams. That their last tournament victory came with Steve Fisher was head coach.
Well, in that 30-2 team that was going to be a 1 or a 2 seed, they were going to be a 1. Then they lost the conference championship, and then COVID wiped out the tournament. That was probably their best team, right? I mean, that team was bonkers. That was the Malachi Flynn team.
It was.
Yeah. That's Aztec fans a little skittish because Brian Dutcher has not won a game in the NCAA tournament. They're a little skittish because they need to see it done. I'm going to tell you, if they lose to Charleston, there's going to be a little uncertainty there. People are going to start getting cranky, and they're going to need to tap the brakes on it. But I think you know that fan base well enough, huh?
Yes.
They're not going to. This is the year I think they feel they need to be in the Sweet 16. All right, 505-246-0610. I'll get you correspondence that you sent. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com, JJ at sportsanimalabq.com, and on the text line as well. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, A. Marie on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
ProviewSports.com.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from U.S. Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At U.S. Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at U.S. Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with U.S. Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with U.S. Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a #1. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
Hoops tonight. Lobos tomorrow in the pit. Lobo men, Utah Valley to open the NIT. Thursday night, JJ, you get Lobo women against Northern Arizona, open the WNIT. You'll hear that game right here on the Sports Animal. You won't?
It'll be on KKOB.
Thursday's game will be on KKB?
Because you got the NCAA tournament here on
All right, well, I give you false information. Thursday, JJ moves over to the big stick. You'll be on KKOB. Of course, Lobo men tomorrow night over on News Radio KKOB as well. All right, text line 505-246-0610. Cowboys are a contender, question mark? Half of Albuquerque thinks the Lobos are playing Utah Valley in the real tournament at home. It's not a lie if you believe it. I mean, look, let's see what happens when we get there, because there's going to be a whole lot more between free agency and the draft and everything else that's going on. But as of now, as we sit here, and it's almost like an hourly game. What's dropping in the NFL? What's dropping in the NFL? What's dropping in the NFL? When's Aaron going to make a decision? I so want it to come out and fall out of left field. I so want it to be, what's Aaron doing? Well, Tampa Bay, Tennessee, but it's not going to be. Have you guys watched any of the World Baseball Classic?
Highlights.
Yeah, I haven't sat down and watched a game either.
Not that I think it's cool, but I just haven't made it a priority.
Yeah, I guess it's never. I don't know. I watched a little bit, and USA blew out Canada yesterday, and they had a 9-run first inning. And do you care about it? Like, does it? I guess it's one of those things where it feels so new to me, right? That it's never been on my sports calendar as something I care about. And I know they evolve and get there, and I'm trying to. It just, I'm not there. Do you guys care about it? Not
I think
really.
that has potential.
Do you?
For baseball, because you see a lot more emotion, countries, the players being able to be more themselves, playing for their country as opposed to maybe their team during a Major League Baseball season. It's, with anything though, it's about gaining traction, and it went away for a little bit. They don't play it every year, so
is it every other year? When do they play this thing?
I think COVID kind of changed everything in terms of scheduling. So you're getting back to it, and then they have the teams playing in Japan in that region. Then you got teams playing over here, all the pool play stuff.
When does it culminate? Do you know? I don't even know the format. I just, it's kind of cool. I don't have a problem with it. To your point, I watched the highlights. There was a mercy rule yesterday, right? USA beat Canada so bad yesterday. They mercy ruled it. Okay. I mean, I'm down. Coaching news, we're watching the carousel. When do you think we hear something on New Mexico State's coaching hire?
Final Four?
You think that's right? You hearing anything on it?
Nope.
It's been kind of quiet. I know Jason Groves did a story the other day on 5 candidates and who will it be, and where are we going with this? What's today? The March 14th. So you figure something should happen relatively quickly. I don't know where they're going. Casey Owens is kind of running things down there. The other piece of this is the portal opens today, right? The transfer portal?
Yeah, it's open.
You're going to have to build your team through the portal. How urgent do you think it is now to find a coach to get in there and start hitting the portal? Look, as you and I both know, this is fluid. You don't have to hit it right at the top. Guys will be in and out of it once the seasons end, whether it's NIT, whether it's CBI, whether it's NCAA tournament. Guys will enter it. There's a long window on it. But my feeling is, unless Mario's got an idea who it is and that person is coaching and you've got to wait until that person's done coaching, I'd like to get someone in and get started on assembling a roster sooner than later, wouldn't you? Because there's probably going to be nothing
to
here.
overcome.
Yeah.
At New Mexico State. And so the sooner the better, but it's also one where you really want to make sure that you have the right guy this time. New Mexico State's philosophy worked. But at some point in time, when you give that many second chances, third chances, someone's not going to fulfill it. And we saw all that happen this year.
Well, so do you blow up your whole philosophy? You hit, like,
No, but you have to be careful.
Well, I think you've been careful. You can still get burned. Like Jody Adams, their women's coach, who I think they're going to the WCIT or whatever it is, right? WC. They're going to one of those tournaments. WBI, yeah. She got a second chance. Seems like she's working. Chris,
it blew up in their face. They canceled their program.
No, my point is, do you not give a second chance?
No, I think this time you've done it with players and coaches, and you just have to be even extra careful.
Okay.
Because it doesn't mean you don't give a second chance, but all those second chances just blew up in your face.
Well, one of them
amazing players and coaches.
Yeah, no, with players and coaches, but I was talking specifically coach. Yeah. It
just blew up in your face.
Yeah.
And I think New Mexico State has shown that basketball program can rise to a level where they don't have to be second chance you right now for a coach.
So a guy like Casey Owens, a guy like, I don't think Marvin Menzies is coming back. And I don't know if that's right that he should come back. I'm not sure that's what you need to go back to the future with that.
Especially knowing that you have Conference USA now too, you're working with.
Does a guy who takes that job have to have Division I head coaching experience? And my answer, I lean to yes. I wouldn't normally, okay? But because of everything you just said, because of the absolute rebuild. You think Richard Pitino came into a rebuild? For crying out loud, this thing's blown to the studs. There's nothing. You've got tradition, and that's it, right? I don't think you're going to have a roster with anybody on it. You shut down the season. You've got to rebuild the reputation. That's why I think the answer is yes. And how do you find somebody who's successful that's coming in and taking that position? I think that's the challenge right now. Because if you're saying it's got to be a squeaky clean guy with no baggage, with experience and success, well, that's a limited pool, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't necessarily think you're getting a guy probably that is coming off being down for a year or two. That makes sense. Isn't Mark Fox the name that's thrown out there?
Yeah, Mark Fox's name's out there a lot. He had success at Nevada, struggled at Georgia, and then just got fired at Cal. Yeah. I don't hate that idea, actually. Mark Fox has never been accused of doing anything but running a clean program.
Casey Owens really fascinates me. The guy's stepping up right now, essentially running the program for who's ever still around.
Mm-hmm. Casey Owens is an Aggie, lives in Las Cruces, was an assistant with the Lakers, was the head coach of the Lakers G League team. Now he's never been a head coach at Division I. Does that matter? I don't know.
I don't think it matters as much now because of the transfer portal, NIL stuff, because you're getting more into college basketball as like a G League business anyway.
Essentially. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you get an assistant coach, it's been a head coach somewhere, has D1 experience, build your staff that way.
The Casey Owens thing intrigues me. The Byron Samuel one. Remember there was a caller who said Byron Samuel? I met Byron a couple of weeks ago. He was a former head coach at Radford and at Hampton. He coached all around college basketball. He was at Georgia for a while. He was at NBA China for 5 years. I would look into something along those lines too. He's out of it right now, but is that a guy? Look, you need someone who's secure in them, who's ready to go in and strap down and do a rebuild. And by the way, you're going to be okay. Maybe taking it a little bit next year. An Aggie fan, I know you don't want to hear that your program might have to take it a little bit next year, but you're going into a new league and you are starting from the studs. And you might have to go in and take the brunt of it next year. Lobos and Aggies play twice next year. Is this the year? You've had a lot of coaches. Reggie Theus started it. There's been other coaches that say, we shouldn't play each other twice. Nobody else does that. And that was kind of, other than the UTEP New Mexico State thing, I always thought that was kind of a cool thing. They play once or twice next year.
At 9:55 right now, I think it's one.
Thanks to Ty Murray. He was with us today. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Cowards after that. 2 Men On comes your way at 4. We're back with award-winning radio tomorrow morning starting at 7 a.m. We'll give away more Snoop tickets. Yeah,
yes.
We're not giving away Prince tickets.
I wish.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something?
Prince Duncan.
Wouldn't that be something? Some Snoop tickets tomorrow. Adrian, good work. Hey, Marie, great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Big day for you. Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll see you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With You're Covered from US Eagle, we'll cover you, even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At US Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Check it out.
What is it?
It's a time machine, bro. I could jump into the future, get my paycheck early.
I already get my paycheck early at US Eagle.
Get your paycheck up to 2 days early with US Eagle Early Payday. Now's a great time to have your checking with US Eagle.
Time machine.
Your girlfriend breaks up with you in 22 hours, 53 minutes.
Wait, what? Seth?
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.